Elama bongun kotoma ayangun kangin iroko jo isiseni Airabet walk ijainera kirono apol na ko Uganda jengone kide polo ngoi teroko nani losi ayangun itatami ya kirono kamanar kida kinye tena uta ipiro Uganda neja amuna nwangin tunganan yeno Uganda kere ongwe teroko nani lota ayangun ijaya tatama kirono nu eno ponela ya unatar akwapse nguna akwapna ko European Union epola yantara kesa kirono echora kin Uganda pala pira kinye akoronga ngiru me teyo Uganda is dopeto to makwapsine ndi paperosi kede European Union eje partnership le polo noi epo jaga nganelo munangi na neja Uganda now the reaction from the deputy speaker of parliament jakaita Thomas Tayeba obolimo kesbonbe eraingine kapibalario esarauti tunga
it's just sabotage
ebo wamtiyo mami reactions kale mina sa itiaka epadichane kiding Uganda kede European Union
mama omit yeni yonowa mami pedori arawres busti mami berangare nikin wala pugan edio tungana leja apugan resubusiti doni musugunu munte yeun e jamme dane moete mami musugude pera nyono rekes dabu nerene be udasa ikoro ni tabon be udasa ikoro to sirigini be give direct be abek karam alternative basic education for kata funding projects kwalu just anwami noni mamu chutara sab ijaibo records kesida so for example European Union onani they need market for their goods koros kesi a poor population lo Uganda no poor population lo Kenya poor population lo Tanzania ipuike se boro lugeli onani no just kese Mercedes Benz from Germany just kese Ford cars from I mean US name just Ferguson Tractan just kese boro no ilu a bait kese daima down and jayoni even Talo oil is from France lokesimon so engo ibara na mire ngora stinga lwa som is just kana na bala rengo yobo na chala pona na kile meko bana ni ibere ora riango ba ya bana de pare nesi so they just trying to maintain big boy be ngone sa langiro re so ardi ko re kuri ko ni mogo ati yani kin bere ngoda then I see how I can also benefit chepak engo kona ya uni a trailer are lore lena panare ko ni mogo Kampala me da do bere ngode cheponi ko nyamere ya sarasa so misirigin o mama na chala polo ne jeni ne so tambo simu sugunulu ko nyamere iboro ne raskesi iboro ne rasilulu era jasi LBB yeni yo imasi ya kile ara kimada kimano penwa chalo no kuju kenene je bore ngola era pari kuyu LBB emela ngala ni yo bale ni limi kwap na koma no ya ngasikina sarabare noa enomorite ja koma don ya umoin so nesini this be environmental degradation be rule of law be global warming these are soft touches but kwapune there is a whole issue of interest that's boiling under the European Union ne kore tonganan are a delegation from Uganda to go and tap into anamisikininyobo ekazachela. I'm happy Uganda has not officially responded. The parliament bone edinya.
But the president made a statement through his Twitter account. The president only maybe he reacted to the statement by the deputy speaker.
To the deputy speaker.
Yes, to the deputy speaker. Not an official statement as the government of Uganda.
Yes.
So, by the remarks of the deputy speaker and the attorney general in one of the dialogues concerning the European Union Parliament and the ECOP interested me in making some comments of reassurance to our people. So he said, I want to assure you that the project shall proceed as stipulated in the contract we have with Total Energies and CNOOC. We would remember that Total Energies convinced me about the pipeline idea. If they choose to listen to the European Union Parliament, we shall find someone else to work with.
Yes.
But the dream to have our oil out by 2025 is still on.
Okay, very good. So, abale ngobe, I know you never got diplomacy in governance. So, better president I boy kini kere to alwa choa. Lepera misikini be inyo bere amwana kwapone lili bila jono ngole. I mean lili bila la kile. Nera simu sugunulu. So, bera jukar I know they will send a team. I'm missing me. You better tell us to go bait. But you better say Libby one person alemar. You better not bait. I'm sure after finding out those facts, government of Uganda will make an official statement in line with the facts. In the rest of there will be automatic negotiations or something, or defiance. I'm sure just to allow polite gently some mighty borokangul, pedorete are talking a crown. Yebo. Finally, no. When the Musigunalu be global warming. Global warming. Bamwan is na kwap. E jule lo kuse lo kwamini lo kwap. Be le muna na akinyata na may cause an effect to global warming. No. European Union in Rasilu contributes to up to 25% of carbon emissions. Kesereme di kwamini lo rakoka kere, the highest in the world, 25%. And yet they have only a population of about to 10%. I mean, 10% of the world population is only in the European Union. Africa, which has about 20% of the population of the world, emits only close 8 to 10% of these emissions to the world. Inga whatever that's really dope. People Africans are jealousy. Ebezi musugun ngesi irasa mone ikwamini lwakwa. Mary musugun abra almokan Africans. Lema mbore sama ede. So esine ni kwa bala rekola Bible be. Bojalaki ayawanyana opakon. Ledo iti gugu dako. Bojara ya pungure akomukon. So they would rather check on themselves and how they can manage the carbon emissions than coming to attack Africans. On those bases. But like I told you, I doubt. Global warming, the rule of law, the human rights, the environmental degradation. There must be something deeper, and I'm sure business interest from some players in the European Union who feel Total is not giving them something. In around Copan, the young Total Okoti, by some members of the European Union around the same thing. That they were just generating. They're just generating a pressure from the rest of the world. That a court, a court is public opinion. A magistrate can rule a case based on public opinion. So I'm sure they're generating pressure enough. They're going to listen to this case next month. Of Total against some people who wanted this same case. Shell Kereche group who wanted to come and boka kinyetene. So I just in negotiations business. Estikwa ya onaje mongo kono churumongi ne pegere kere tonga. Olmokini yeche ay mongeni akwatakan. Ebala yokwela ngire mongo le gwekene milioni kala akwatare. Olosi je chedelo lechi la sitting arrival veterinary buni ngola wanyi kon mongo kwani. Mongeni teja ke kongo. Ede ke mongo lo. E mongo le beraje to quarantine lo. Anwise tere kwara inyoni yo akunyari kingane sokoni. Otubune de kwa jisubusi na gwelikoni borobe ile aditi. Nesa jene katambo zimugisu imusugunulu tere kwa nibura inone kwa na obune chiebe konye akapera ngagolo ne msagolo sanwangon aneras bolu atale kwa konyengo apera ngana ne sirigino ti alemrete ko bona kinyete pone ngopongon. So it is business. Nesa jene it is business.
Okay,
ameda auda stong aimo
konye ire kijo eponle jatari neresineo wale muna ile jautele la kwa environmental degradation and global warming.
Yes.
Arinyi kukisakiro kana losta konye. Doboda kiro ne minare nernena kato ndo tesane. Yenyo duche ya pune politics epota kiro beba ka beja kinyete ushepi lo mutanlo. Igeone mamara kiro mama igeone ner kopane minastu ngori mtu bara Airabet. Angolo pe mamalo sekigongore. Kwe emina sakiro nguna lo munun. Ebaka beba ka beja kinyete lailo beja lailo chepake mina inwa kuna mwakache obelti lo. Eba. Bia bodo makache meda ntartu ngasokwa na onde. Amina ngadun tungale mina senerbe Airabet binu akuta kinyitane tibere ngoda ja una jok
eba.
So de boda rinyiko kisi akirusine kano en alosta konya akespole mama ndo makache poli meda ontar tungal
mama karongone pedoros na wajeni ngo pedor je pegere kara pugan kia president Museveni dokara gela konyi do bore na jeni ngo kara president Museveni is a very good negotiator oponi idudu yona kotori United Nations, Alemare said the peace mission.
Yes. tianga Nairobi
Puitunga lo amwete bala dolu anyum. But Uganda managed to play it and they stayed. And again, all the values that come with a UN station in a country, national Puitunga Somalia Toma, Ayareti, Isirgim Lepote Kesi contracts. A parane tungalo to bet adomun I supplying a mogo, supplying a yamada, supplying a pen, supplying a borolipo. So equally, I own a project on between Uganda and Tanzania, actually East Africa, a pola medanui. Puitunga luminata some sine a gene capable of some other toma. A gene consultant services lo adomuto, a mano toma, a gene tungalu contractors lo adomuto supplies. I am ngini borolu Lita sama Chinese kira musuguna dukyo ipuitunga lu edumuna meda otoma ibore kwang na jaute economic one ipu opportunities da yumunyi papero lepo yeni jo tone bible bala betonga nan lo chan kidi oke papero bala kere bible kwa so tone itwalo abara countries lo abara kwa ne kotokino papero ne kedoni na ritetebe eja meda eja meda ipuji papero so when you be remind tungalo kwapsine no gere kunyu Uganda ana wanyu ne pedo gesa da down ana jajo kisiwo so are project lo ara dinga rajo president M7 kire ke group mamera ibore na jokan mamera ibore na betunga chamo erai ibore ne korona anyu be it happens do they just na chokishache oni boni temokino oni ngun o Uganda ni and I'm sure temokino carry this Uganda will be a very stable country again in a very short while. Demo kini Uganda.
Ebo.
Just jo misi leje to mopugaya wok. Just tunga no je group leje to mopugan lawa mitbala. The whole nation is entitled to them na rapodikeso jio to nyonya. A group won very soon will go away. And we shall have itunga at one level. Who will sit and reason be quite keen better right up and Uganda will stabilize and we shall grow.
Pana je nyaka Uganda kwa ngesikiro ni kauna kile cham sana
eba
which is not about to end and I'm not mangaje no waikon bu mbiye bunone kwa ruto cham sana kotonga ne rakiro na cham sana kama kedo ni kopana teso pacho bapu gane la chikapun le jena kape parish development model ikapun luti abeta meda kini tungalu okwapo konye ile rejo pole jata risulai lo kama na kile parish development model erai no ile ucho onda nepa no teso ejasi district na lu anyama na sika punulu
eba
do pete leja spotlight ngesli tene nejo show miso ye mutane ko to TV East ngeslo ngora
district
konye mamera ngora bon
eba
akotonga shoma kinjo district ni chelu lo etolo no sika pun ngobera wanye ka reporter na tipatipet ara pedo ngadumon konye jasi district na lu enyama toskes di kapun oteso ngobera wanya na tipatipe ire kijo kat e district Kabermaido opone juka ina Kabermaido ikapun imiloni na kwata reke dikanyape osodi lukumina kaisa kanyare do peta kwata kanye akwata unikeda kaisa kanyapi do peta konyangu ni kapun le korarta iboni ngeserai akwata kaisa kanyangu ni do peta kedi lukumina kwata kanye uni ikanyape ikapun le wole ortoso Kabermaido erai imiloni ni tomunangon akwata ra kaisa kanyapi wongon kida kwata kanyapa kaisa kanye uni kanyapi Kabermaido nen iloto jere kine district kapana ti Muria Muria pone juka ina ikapuni miloni na kwata kanyare kedi uni osodi lukumina kwata ngona kaisa kanye uni wongon kida kwata kanya ngona kaisa kanya ngoni yare konyi kapun le korartai ikapun imiloni na akwata kanyape akaisa uni kanyare lukumina kwata kanya ngona kaisa ngone kanyi kedi tomuna dope ido ikapune wole ntosa Muria era miloni na kaisa kanyapi kanyi kedi lukumna kwata kanya kaisa uni kanyangon ngese wole ntosa Muria ilo reje district balat Bukedea le wole ntosa pun kere ija kita Bukedea
wole ntosa Bukedea
eba ija kita Bukedea e billion te dopet imiloni na kaisa kanya uni kedi kapun lukumna kwata kanya kedi lukumna kaisa ngon akaisa kanyangon ni kanya uni so Bukedea ngese dumuti ikapun le puno automoteso e billion dope asije moja kirongo na ibilo mtotori
eba
sa nene korarata ikapune billion dope kedi milona kaisa kanyare kanyangon ilukumina kwata kanyoni akaisa ngon kanyoni ko yika pule wale rosa bukere kidioko erili 14 arakaisa kanyiboni
bon okay
so ire ikija district bala nata ngora ngesidone po akira kere ngora ngesopon je kina ikapun milioni na kwata kanyi kedi tumna kanyoni
para kanyi tumna kanyoni
osodi 10 kwata kanyara kaisa uni diopet osodi tikapun lopono korara yare milioni na kwata arakaisa kanyari kanyape kedi 10 kwata uni
akwara arakaisa kanyape
opono korara milioni na kwata re keda kaisa kanyare kanyape
okay
kedi 10 kwata uni kanyi osodi te tolio rikapun milioni na kwata re keda kaisa ngoni yare kedi 10 kwata ngona kaisa re kanyape ire kije district balanat Butebo pone jaki na milioni na kwatangon keda kaisa uni kedi 10 na kwatangon na kaisa kanyape osode ta korar kapun milioni na kwata uni keda kaisa ngoni kanyape sodi kapun 10 na kwata kanya kaisa kanyape yare osode tikapule wole roto Butebo erai milioni na kaisa kanya uni kanyape kedi 10 na kwata kanya uni ya kaisa kanyango ni kanyare
ewa
iloto jo kara moja dagne wole rusika pun merbor
ewa
district bala na bila tuk
ewa
jakita ikapun milioni na kwata takeda kaisa kanyare 10 na kwata kanya kaisa ngonjo pet okorarte 10 na kwata kaisa ngonjo pet 10 na kwata kanya pe wole rusaka kaisa re kedi kanyuni so epole kokoro
ewa
inero ni no ajakun atekeroto mubakoro
ewa
atamapuga na swamni swamai awolosika pun akani nitunga lo district iboren e bongori ne baka be jatu ko to ya ne baka be mafias ne mina nernena arabe ranu ne pele kitos tunga kule peka ipwakane depo ne bani dia idie kunoroni
noa akono achara kin jokada ete asesena kawoko political science this theory political science la baka elite theory. The elite theory of politics is there's a group who makes laws. They decide values of society and they create the kind of order like Roskesi. That group, because they create values, because they make laws and are the ones who create order. They have the army, they have police and everything. That group decides everything for the society. So, a corruption of Uganda starts from that group, the elite group. If you investigate, in a way, who is connected to the system in the president's house, American house. The people who create the order in a society will safeguard him. So, a group one, if you want any change to happen, you convince that group. The group that makes laws creates order in society and creates its values. It is the group that you have to convince.
How do you know this is a group?
It is a group.
How do you know?
You can never rule society alone. There's a clique that rules society. The elites who rule society. Elite doesn't mean they're educated. Elite just means they are more privileged than others.
So who will and then you go and convince them?
A paranagian. They're the ones who give orders for the army to act. They're the ones who give orders for police to act. They're the ones who call court for cases to be won. Paranagian, you can know. They're the ones who agree when the budget is passed. So a group is very convincing about corruption. Now, if that group any day changes, because the champion system, for example, Ngorani, 518 million, a person not 242 million. Chebak 42 million bodo do singora. Itupu jo kare dules. Akwatare na agro samo ya Kampala ne. Ne just ngala la kunete sirigini lu akwata kanyike tomana kanyoni. Do ngunda ne just lu ya unde kasaso. So it's a system. Mamara do do ngana bonne sara ne kokolan. Era system. Da ko ngali mon you follow it critically. Mam sirigini nguna parata chari. but I will you mysteriously. This is not the first time. This is not the first time Iborokwalu Esamano Uganda. You remember Aparasangun, I'm the one who led demonstrations of Katakwi 2017 Youth Livelihood Development Fund. 546 million disappeared. Thin air. It disappeared in thin air. Luckily enough, Opotu Itungalwa just system Wachanakinos, so we managed to recover some money. Now, Tomacheltekes, they gave us information. I get us at Panama pressure, only Kuno Sirgin this. And the government decided to reinstate a program called Babakai or Katakwi. But still, the people look Naksa Kanyare, Balakari Kanyape, Bono Pone Tachare. But not even a stupid. Atanem Sago. I ran myself to know Office of Minister of Gender. We went to IGG, we went to where the case died. Tonlolo. So what I'm telling you is corruption can be dealt with. But it starts with the ruling class, the elite group. Let me give you an example of how corruption works. For example, Singapore, when President Lee Kuan came, I came out to Singapore. Corruption was at its peak. As city Singapore, Uganda, initiating a project like Yokan Okampala. They were releasing 700 billion. Alosa ay ngaran tunga lo Karamoja. Kodole de Karamoja million ni Kanyare. 600 and 30 daunos. Ma atokati sirgin on the way. Yeah? So what happened when President Lee came? He made an ordinance, a policy. He declared that Tongana Kamuno tolerate the Sirgira Kasaka. We're putting you on firing squad. We're going to hang you beginning from my ministers, beginning from my household. Arajo Totoka, Arajo Nacheka, Arajo Uchenika, Arajo General Ajore, Arajo Nyo. We're going to pick you at Kajakinyo. It happened. 2 days, Minister of Information, Bungoni told you Sirgin Balanevera Lugumna Kwaralo Uganda, value. And there was evidence. The president mobilized journalists Balesi, that Kajakini Muntako Pokere. One example. The whole of Singapore turned around. Kopan Perialozo Singapore, Noah, Pay the working considering. At Tungala Lawa, a brave working job. Hey, you're not a bog, Muroxi considering. He created a culture by example. But you don't want your local president. I can understand him. I don't get any Apple in Wally Kobane. I took part Tapasada Madame Misikin. Our president can come out, a cocoret and singing. I'm happy with these thieves. At least I was very singing to some. I took and you expect it to a Palaracoko? No, it's a lie. So the elite group is the one you're supposed to convince about corruption. If you to convince the elite group about corruption, even they are opposite group, because the elites have two categories. There is the ruling elite and the opposing elite. The opposing elites, Balakano and opposition, Chakolani Ketimu, Amuriata Ketimu, those opposing elites. If you go into their own groups and analyze a poll managing at a team, young accountability, because they are copying from the ruling elite. Actually, Louis Poa Kezida, they're actually thinking like the same people who are in the power. So now, if you manage to convince the ruling elite, corruption, automatically the opposing elite will change their working tactics because they will look bad than the person they are seeking to remove. So LMR opposing elite a corruption. They will get so strict on a few individuals in the government and we shall all learn Agiria corruption in Uganda. And everybody will come to order. Let you receive no churumong, let you receive no bukedia. A parara coco. Nara, a jenibe, et a dengekisi. Koya Jeniobe, a jelepera, you are a job. Ah. I diakar looking your Oquenach, Oquanach. Ekozi kwa kamne.
Machama kurenga yang rona pakere donga bongun koronga da abong na limuna a practical solution. Ebo ijoli seseni okingangna iroko jijai Airabet walk yang rona pakere dona bongun na ngeta kina oke program.